Welcome back to my channel. I have come on to do a couple of cards using some pet tape. So I was doing a couple of videos earlier, and then I thought I'll take a wee time for myself. I've got a couple of these just notebooks from Amazon and I was starting to just put some of my peelables in it because I want to start doing a wee bit journaling of my days out and things. So it's just really simple. Left that blank so that I can write in it or put something in it there. I've popped some decoration onto the side there, and I've carried on just kind of doing that, leaving blank bits to write things or pop in sketches or whatever. And as I was going along, I was thinking, you know, I can make a couple of cards with these pet tape sets. I've got a few. I've got this one which I've used quite a lot out of them for this, but for other projects, which was actually from Temu, called Half Cut, and it didn't cost much, but it was actually good, and I liked it. Then I've got this sort of this is some of the florals that I've used in here. This one I've used quite a few times, and it's nearly at the end. So I've got this one, but I did actually send off for a nice new one. So I thought I'd come on, and instead of doing the rest of this, which I'll do at my leisure, I'll make a couple of nice cards with the new one that I've got. So the new one I've got is called, it's this gorgeous one here. It's all these sort of whimsically, butterfly-y, foliagey, fauna type, just gorgeous. So I did send off for this, and you could get actually a bit of this came in my package, so you can get a 15% discount off your next order using Washi Fam 15, and that'll give you 15% off. So if you're interested in getting any of this one, which I can't remember the actual name, but I will find that out and I'll put it in the description box. Yeah, feel free. I'll put that all in the description box because it's lovely stuff. So anyway, I've got two card bases. So I've got this one 6x4. I've got a nice piece of pale blue, which is just in my stash, and I'm going to just press that bit down where I've cut it with the trimmer, and we're just going to make two very simple nice cards with white base, blue layer, another white top. We'll put the design on there. So that's a 6x4 with increments of 1/4 inch for the layers, and this is a 5x5 with increments of 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch at this one for the layer on top of the 5x5. And I've just got a sort of tan beigey colour for that layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this bit together, and then I'm going to do the top, and we'll make it into something pretty. So this is really just lovely, easy, enjoyable. Don't think about it too much crafting, and you get an excellent result at the end. Now there's various different companies that do washi or pet tapes, so you know, even just using your own stuff in your stash to do a design on. Too far that way. I think it was a bit late to move it there. Never mind. And then that's going to go on top there. And I'll just do the same with this one so that our video doesn't go on for too long. So I got 15% off mine as well, so I will link the person who I first saw it on, somebody on YouTube. So I think it's Laura's. I can't remember her actual her website, her actual YouTube channel, but I'll pop it on. So done that. Don't need the glue at the minute anyway. Oh, come on. Put that away. And let's have a look at. So I'm thinking I might do this as landscape and do the other one just portrait. So let's have a look. See, there, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I'm not sure how much it's actually on the tape, but it's a fair amount. So I'm going to go for this bit here, if I can get this off. She says, there we go. So it's quite a long piece. I'm just going to pop that, I think, just on there, like that. Oh, maybe squint there, never mind. And just press it down. Yeah, it did go a bit squint there, never mind. Like that. And then I can push it back just to see what it's like. And I mean, that looks amazing, just as is. So you can really just make a little scene with this. Really. So I'm just going to add this. Let me see, what can I add now? So there's lots of bits. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So let's see if I can get a bit for the bottom part of this. So there's a piece here which perhaps could go on the bottom, which is another long piece, or I could look for that other piece which will be coming up in a minute. There it is. So I can cut into that and just release that piece I'm looking for. So just gently chopping around that. Just take that away, so we don't want that dangling everywhere. We want this other piece, and we want it to go onto the bottom half of my card. I can just find it. Oh, she says. So we do have to be quite careful because things, bits can get stuck the wrong way. So I'm just going to bring it slightly up so it overlaps it slightly, but not too much, and then press that bit down. That's all fine. There's a bit up here that's kind of tangled round, so just kind of gently untangle that, hopefully. It's just, let's see if I can just maybe even chop. I don't really want to chop that off, but I'm not sure what's happened there. I think it's just not quite. Just going round the wrong way. See if we can put that down somehow. There we go. I mean, I think that looks gorgeous already. I know there's a line, but I'm just going to chop this off because it's not sitting properly. Which is a shame, but that's it. So give that a good old burnish down. Oh. to make sure it's flat and on. Now, I'm going to put a bit of wording through there, so I'm going to actually just pop this off the little, maybe not that one actually, there's a couple of other ones. And there's this sort of nice peachy colour. Or let's see, there was a blue one, which was a tiny dragonfly. Let's see if we can get that off. Come on, off you come. There we go. And that will keep with the, I'll just pop it there in the middle. That'll keep in with the blue. So that is really nice, just like that. You can add any other pieces. Let me see. There's some other bits you could add as well. Let's see. There's this kind of little spray of, not sure what they are. Magnolia maybe. See if we can just. I always struggle to get these off. Do you know? I don't know why, but. See if we can get it off, that's easier. So there's this little sort of spray of florals which could just go in, probably not best, could go in just in between here, and that could pop down. Lovely. And then what I want to do is just add a little wording in the centre, and I'm going to move that away just now. For this one, I'm just using my trusty wording, Feel Good wording, which this is actually the original big ones were from Barbara Gray, so these ones, and then I've got other ones that are Tim Holtz ones. So let's see. So this one sounds nice, and it would go really well on this bit of card, which I had somewhere. Here it is. Maybe that's too wee. Oh, that's too wee now. Right, let's find another piece. So just pop that onto there. Try and do it as straight as possible. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut it out and then mount it onto some of the blue again. So just using my big scissors. Hopefully I'm not too near, but I want it to come quite near because sometimes it's difficult to see. So that would just go straight up the middle like that, which I think is really nice. And I've got a piece of, no, it's probably not long enough now. I think I put the other stuff back. We'll just add it on with some foam tape. Where's my foam tape? Up here. And then that will be our first card with pet tape, which is really cool. So let's just put that onto the back of there. Like that. Oh, I think it's just made it. Yeah, that was good. It's a good guess. And then we will put that. So it just hides the line that you made joining these two together. Just pull that back slightly. That's better. And then we'll just pop this piece on, and that's one card. And I just think that's so pretty. And you can make a bunch of these. You can make a bunch of notelet type cards or just birthday cards that you send to pals or family. And then that little bit of blue picks out the sort of colours of the leaves, but also the kind of blue dragonfly as well. And obviously there's other bits you can add to it as well. There's lots of other bits on this pet tape you can add. You could add even more bits to it. Let's think. There's another one of these, which I might just add to the other side of the one that I put on. See if I can get this off. She says, oh jeez. I'm sure there's an easier way. Oh, there we go. Here we go. That's it. It just takes a wee bit off. Persuasion and patience, perhaps. So I'm just thinking, just let me think, somewhere here. I'll fix on here. Come on. It's stuck to my fingers. Dear. Not doing very good, am I? Here we go. Oh, she says, there we go, and then it comes off again. That's it. So, just push that down, and that's card 1. Let me know your thoughts. I think that's gorgeous. I would love that if somebody gave that to me. So let's go to card 2, the square card. So this time I'm going to just roll some of this up. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry for bumping the camera. So roll that one up, and I'll just put that on it just now to hold it a bit. And then we'll look at the piece that we've got already cut. See what we can do. Something a wee bit different this time with it. So that was a nice, just a nice sort of scene card there, which is lovely. I do like it. Now let's see what we've got. So we could have a frame type, or we've got lots of, so there's lots of frame type. There's a frame there at the end. Lots of butterflies, dragonflies, lots of lovely sort of foliage too. There's a dandelion, logs, small sticks or logs, whatever you want to call them. That's lovely. They're pretty. Let's do this one, I think, and get the thing off. So, if you're not sure where to kind of put it, you could make a sort of grid with 3 areas, or, you know, like a grid, 2 lines down and 2 lines vertical, and sort it out that way. But, I mean, that's maybe thinking about it far too much. Thinking, you know, just sort of enjoying the moment and doing it. I think it's nicer than sort of thinking about it a bit too much. So there we do. There we go. We've got that off. We didn't get the butterfly, but that's obviously separate. So I'm just going to place this on top of the card base just to get an idea of where I'm going, and try to stick it down. There we go. That's pretty. I mean, that could even go around that way, which it probably is actually. I'm going to pop this piece at the side, up the side as well. So I'm just playing, really. I think playing's more fun than trying to say, oh, we'll do it this way, do it that way. She says she's trying to get that off, but end up going somewhere else. this one off, surely. Come on. I do find these quite difficult. I don't know why. I have to find them so difficult to get off, but I do. So I don't know why. So we're going to pop that just inside of there, which is really nice. I mean, that looks nice just as is. I think I want to use a wee bit more of the stickers just to see what else I can do with them. So get this leaf off. There we go. That's it. I'm just going to pop that into the corner like that. I think that looks quite nice. I might find another one that's similar, hopefully, that I can pop into the opposite corner or not. Not on here. There's something similar though, so I could maybe just do this wee one which has got the 2, and that could go to the opposite corner. I don't know if it's better to use the pokey tool actually to maybe lay them down, because they don't stick to your finger. Yeah, maybe that is a better idea. Probably. So there's that. Let's see, what else could we add? We could add a few more of the butterflies. Get them off. I managed to get them off the release. That's better. So let's pop that onto there again, see if that's easier to manage. That's better, yeah, I find that's easier actually to do that now. I feel I need something a bit more on that centre, on the edge, not on the centre, on the edge. So let's see if we can try and get this off, this great big bit off. The good thing about this though as well is if you place it wrong, I don't think it's too difficult to then kind of lift it and peel it back, she says, but it might be. So I'm going to just pop that on the bottom like that. And that's gone slightly over there, but that's okay. And just pop that round. So that kind of fills that up a bit. Let's just go over it with the bone folder just to make sure these are all securely down. It does make a lovely little card. So delicate. It's lovely. Right, let's see. I feel that we need to maybe, I don't know whether I'll be able to move this now. Move that. Oh, it's ripping a bit. Not too bad. I did rip a bit. I'm going to just put this down there because I feel that I need something else different up there. Now that's ripped slightly, but if I can get something to cover it, we won't see it. Oh, wait. Decisions. That probably won't cover it. I think. Let's So there's going to be another butterfly, actually, a different one, a yellow one up there, and that would just cover that bit. So let's just pop this on, and that should just kind of cover that area as well. Just pop that over there. And then I think that's it, and I'm just going to put a nice wording on that now. I think that's it, she says, looking at something else, and I just feel there's something missing off this one, but I can just add a few wee sort of leaves twirling in the air or something, like this one. This is tiny, so I'll pop it on there. So if I just add that to there. And there's another bit down here, which is a tiny little leaf. Which I cannot get off. Let's go for a different one then. Excuse me, because that one's not playing ball. Go for that again with the pokey tool. Just get it off my finger first. Dear me. There's all fingers and thumbs here. Let's put this one this way as if it's twirling that way. And I think that's it. So, two lovely cards with pet tape, which is gorgeous and well worth the wait. It is from China. I did wait about a week, I would say, to get this, but it's well worth it. It's such lovely tape. So, let's just pop this onto the base, and then we will be nearly finished with our we just need our, let's just pop these over properly. Oh gosh, don't do that. Just make sure that's kind of straightish. I did buy this set square thing, not set square, this thing, so that it would help me to get my stuff straight. So I don't think it's too bad. I think that's okay. So leave it at that. It's a bit wonky maybe that way. But yeah, it's a bit wonky. She said it was straight, but it's actually not straight. Right, I'm just going to add a little wording for this, and then I'm going to just add a couple of gems, and then we should be done. So this is also other stuff that I got from, this is not Tim Holtz or anything, this is probably just off actually Temu. Now because the colour, let's see if we can marry that up. Shine Bright might be quite nice. So if we pop that onto here, normally I would put extra glue, but just for the video I'm not going to do that because it's going to run on too long and you're going to get bored. Hopefully you're still with me. Hopefully you're not bored. There we go. And we will just add that on with some foam as well, just to bring that up slightly. A little bit of foam. So if you've got lots of tape like this in your stash, you could perhaps start using it in your card making. Obviously people do use it in their mixed media type journal making, but yeah, think about making it as part of your card. I'm just trying to work it. I think that's probably the best bit for it. There we go. So 2 lovely cards using that pet tape, and then I just want to add a couple of gems and things just to finish off, because it's always nice to just finish off with some bling. I've got some new bling, so I might use some of them. So I got these new just recently, and I've got these. They look like nice. Let's see, or will I just use what I have in my stash? I've got these as well, which are quite similar to that. Let's use those ones for this card. So I don't tend to go for the huge big ones. I like smaller kinds of, I mean, they're even quite big. Come on, off you come. And then one more just on that right hand corner down there. I think is absolutely fine. So let me know what you think. I think they're gorgeous. And this one, I'm not going to use those. I'm thinking I will use some blue sequins, not those. So I'm thinking blue. I'm just going to put one there, and I think one just in there. And that is my cards, my 2 cards using pet tape. So yeah, I really think it makes a really nice card, or journals, or whatever you want to use. So do think I'll put this in the information box. I will link the person that I saw making these cards, her YouTube channel. I'm sure it's Laura's Handmade Crafts, but I'm not entirely 100%. So yeah, just let me think what you thought of them. I like them. I think they're fab. So thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.